I'm Luke, this is Wilderness Strong, and we got a question for you. What do you think we're going to do with these bird bones and cougar claws? You ever been asked that before? No, really, try to guess. Leave us a comment when you figure it out, because we made something we've wanted for a long time, and now we couldn't be happier with the results. And we consider ourselves blessed for many reasons, but one of the biggest is that we've got woods, streams, and all kinds of wildlife right on our own property. And often we come across the remains of animals in our own backyard, which leaves us many times pondering the cause of their demise, and also leaving us with valuable materials for tool making, wilderness survival, and any creative thing our minds can come up with. So, what do we do with all these valuable bones and resources? Well, we're about to show you. But before we can do anything, we need to groove a new drill stick with some flint to make it easier to split in the center where we want. We'll use a small deer bone here to wedge it. We're just working in a drill point here. Now these claws have a natural bone top, which we could have kept on the claw, but 2 of the 5 were missing and we need everything to match, so we're going to take them all off. So Native Americans used bird bones for tube beads, drinking straws, whistles, needles, among other things. The long white bone here has been bleached in the sun, but the other you can see was not. And we're glad it wasn't, because it gave us a great looking decorative contrast for this project of ours. Some of the stones we might use in this project are flint, chert, and basalt. Sometimes you don't know exactly which tools will work the best, so we're going to come prepared. We got to have scouring rush for sanding and polishing. And it just occurred to me that I don't hear a lot about scouring rush in the bushcraft community, but it's an incredible sanding material. Buffing up the bones here with a piece of leather. We have to carefully groove around the bone here so that we can be more precise when we saw. Okay, we're sawing with different stones here. You know, sometimes one stone will just work better than another depending on the material we're working with. It takes a bit of time to figure out which one we like best for a particular job. Here we're using some sandstone just to even out the edges. We're going to do some scraping, sanding, and buffing on these claws. You can see the difference here between one claw that's cleaned up and one that isn't. We always try to go the extra mile to make sure everything is clean and polished. This is a bone awl that we made from a porcupine tooth, which we'll use to dig out the marrow from one of the bones. Okay, we're just lining things up to figure out exactly how we want to put it all together. Doing some quick flint knapping here for our drill point. We want to sharpen our porcupine chisel so we can dig out an area to put the claw so it doesn't spin while we're drilling the holes. Flint knapping a graver here on one edge of the saw so we can start a little spot for the drill bit to fit into. Okay, now we can drill a hole. Okay, here we're carefully drilling into the claw in a more controlled way so that the hole won't split. Splitting out the claw toward the top is very easy to accidentally do, and a lot of care has to be taken to prevent that from happening. We're using a graver here to help carefully drill out the hole. We're going to fill in the claws here with some pitch. We need to warm this pitch up so that it's more pliable. We like to rub in a little bit of dust to the pitch so that the surface won't be as sticky and it can be handled without any trouble. So did you figure out what we're making? Well, we're about halfway done with this, and we'll show you how it all came together in the next video. At Wilderness Strong, we are all about bushcraft nature, ethnobotany, and wilderness survival. Can't wait to read your comments. We'll see y'all in the next video.